Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Yes, I know it's been such a long time since we had the chance to kick it together, and honestly, I'm gonna just chalk it up to motherhood. The last video I posted was kind of before the holiday season, and after the holiday season, life literally just took off. So, Sunny is not literally 10 months now. When I say took off, took off. There's so much that is going on in our lives. Good things though. Can't really disclose yet, but soon to come, you will be hearing our testimony. In the meantime, I just want to discuss with you guys just the things that I've learned about motherhood in this 10 months of being a mom and learning and watching our son grow. It's been a journey, a very fun one, very difficult at the same time. Balance is a balanced journey. But I just want to share some things that I've learned so far in the journey of motherhood. So here we go. In the beginning, honestly, day one, right off the bat, I felt like I was never going to get better. I felt empty, to be honest. Just a long story short of my birth story, I went in Friday to be induced, and I didn't have the baby till Sunday morning. Mind you, I originally planned to have a natural birth, unmedicated. I wanted to have him vaginally, but as soon as I got on that Pitocin, the pain went up here, but the progress was like I like between Friday and Sunday, I only was about 3.5 to 4 centimeters. But anyway, so I labored almost a little bit over 30 hours. I labored unmedicated, and then at the end I was just like, yo, I need to be relieved of this pain. So I ended up getting an epidural around 5 a.m. Sunday. I went to sleep, and then around 7:20 something, I woke up to a bunch of doctors, nurses, the whole team. It seemed like the whole floor was in my room. And after that, they told me, you need to get on all fours so we can see if the baby's heart rate will come back up. Because I looked at the monitor and there was no heart rate. Okay, he had no heart rate, and I was freaked out because I never had a child before. These monitors, I don't know what they're saying. All I see is that there's no heart rate. My baby don't have a heartbeat. It took everything in me to get on all fours. If you are a mother, if you have had an epidural, there's no feeling literally in your whole body. You're literally on a cloud. It was a great feeling, but I could not feel my legs. I got on all fours, still no heartbeat. And the next thing you know, my nurses were dragging me out of my room to go in for an emergency C-section. I'm sitting here yelling at my husband like, Quinlan, wake up. He was knocked out. We had been up since that Friday evening, and so his last thought was like, he woke up and he's seeing me roll out the hospital. I mean, out of my room, and he's freaking out. I'm sure I'm freaking out, and next thing I know, I'm having a baby. I can remember telling him like, don't do anything until my husband gets here. I look over, he's all gowned up in tears and ready to go. So I had Sunny. We call him Sunny. I had Sunny, and it was about, he was born at 7:58. So between that time of like 7:20, 7:30, them trying to, triage and figure out what to do to get the heart rate up, had the C-section, and I'm looking at my baby. And so after that, it's literally go time. Like, your baby is here. You are in action. You were a parent before, but now you are a parent in action. And like, that you hear this all the time. Nobody prepares you for what's next. You know, like you in the hospital they teach you how to, you know, change a diaper. I work with children my entire life, so I know how to change a diaper, things like that. But it's actually like you get to take the baby home, and it's like, for lack of better words, it's a culture shock. Your life has immediately changed. Your everyday routine is different. Your body is different. And even my husband, I can't even imagine the changes. 3, 2, 1. And even my husband, I can't even imagine what was going through his head at the time, where it's literally like, you 1 minute we're laboring, the next minute he's seeing me roll out out the room, and then he's holding a baby, cutting an umbilical cord. So the changes happen. They happen so fast. It's so drastic, but it's also in that like scary moment. It's also so beautiful. Like you're in tears. You know, my husband is not ashamed to cry, but it was just a different emotion that we both were feeling, and it's a lot to take in. And although our son is 10 months, he'll be 10 months on the 26th, we're still taking it in each and every day. And so some of the things that I've learned just on this new journey is day by day. Take it one day at a time. I know I'm a planner. I know my husband is very by the book, you know, plan. But this is different. It's a different world. And I was just super overwhelmed with love, gratitude, joy, even peace. Because you're not, you know, when your baby is in the womb, you're like, what does he look like? What's going on? How's he doing? You know, you can't always have that, you know, you don't always have a good radar on how everything's going. You kind of just have to trust and believe God that each and every day your baby is safe and secure from all alarm. Literally every day. Which is another thing in itself, just trusting God the whole way. I'm type 1 diabetic, and the whole time they were telling us, you know, this pregnancy is high risk. You're high risk. Everything was just high risk. You got to see the doctors every Tuesday. Every week we were driving up. At the time we were living in Belleville. Every week we were driving from the hospital to back to Belleville. And at that point, I think we were going twice a week up until the date of our induction. It was just a lot. And this is being our first time with child, you just don't know what to expect. So even with the, you know, all the good news that we received, my pregnancy was seamless. It was flawless. I had no issues. I had no concerns. I had nothing came up on any scans. He was healthy by the book. I literally questioned the fact that they considered my pregnancy high risk. Another lesson that I've learned is do not be afraid to ask for help. We had our child during like prime time COVID. We didn't have the scare of whether or not Quinlan would be able to be in the room with us. I know a lot of parents had that, you know, fear of, am I even going to have to, am I going to be able to have anybody with me? Fortunately, with we delivered him at Michigan Medicine, and that wasn't an issue. I know once we got in the hospital, he wasn't allowed to leave, but that was a blessing in itself. We've just learned not to be afraid to ask for help. Even with COVID, I know it took a while for us to be comfortable with introducing him to our family, and things like that. But the help that we did receive, even if it wasn't in close proximity as we thought, it was amazing. Just the encouragement. People sent food, dropped food at our door, groceries, sent money and gift cards just for us to be able to purchase and order and deliver. Even though, it was sad just not being able to have like our mothers be with us, our siblings to help right away, but it we just weren't afraid to ask for help or reach out and let people know what we needed, because I think that could be a downfall with new parents in general, not even just mothers, just not asking for help, thinking, no, I can do it on my own, or feeling as if you have to do it on your own, which it takes a village. And growing up, I had a very strong village. My godparents, they were always there. We had, people from the church and things like that. And so I wanted to create that for my child as well. And he has an amazing village with family members. My husband has a huge family. He's got 5 siblings, and then his mom has a bunch of siblings. So that, that's the village over there. We got a village with my family, my best friend, and both of their families everyone's just been amazing. I would say the biggest lessons in this journey that I'm learning is that you are not the same as you were before you had a child. And it's okay. Change is good. Change is necessary. And even with this, as a big change as motherhood is, it's okay to embrace the new parts of you that have joined in on the journey. And I say that because I made a post because I was literally, I'm like, I'm not feeling like myself. And I posted and I said, how long again until you feel like your old self? And I got a lot of good, solid feedback and advice, because you're not the same. You are a mother or you are a father, embarking on a journey that you've never been before. So there's some things that you're going to have to do that you didn't do. There's some things that you were doing and it just doesn't work for this lifestyle anymore. And that's okay. It's been, I would say there's been some light times and there's been some dark times. But it's all a part of the journey. And I think the biggest thing for me has been clinging on to God, my husband, my village, and even having some time just within myself to sit back and think and reflect and pray and gather myself, because things aren't the same. And each and every day is me learning a new norm. It's me learning about my child. It's me learning of who I am. It's me learning about who my husband is in his role as the head of this family. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm grateful to be on it with my husband. He's so amazing. It's been quite the journey so far. And we're only 10 months in. And I can't imagine doing this without him. It's so, we're so blessed to have him as my husband and his father. He's an amazing man. But yeah, so far, that's pretty much just an update on where I've been, what I've been doing. I also wanted to encourage those who have been supports to new parents, especially those that have been support to new mothers. It's okay to let us feel how we feel. It's okay to embrace, or grieve the losses of who you once were. Because the change is so drastic, there's literally no way to prepare for that. And if you're wondering, like, how can I be a support? Or if you have a new mother in your life and you're wondering, like, what do I even say? Like, sometimes it's just okay to listen. It's okay to sit back, let them speak. It's not always, oh, but you should be so happy that, oh, but just remember that, like, yeah, I am happy. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, I'm grateful, I'm happy. But I'm also learning a new life, learning something, granted, you might not be going through. And if you don't know how to support with words, just support with your presence. Overall, this journey has been beautiful. Our baby boy is the best thing that has ever happened to us. He's the light of our lives. He is so smart. He's funny. He's almost walking. Almost walking. And I thank you guys for being on this journey with me. I do have some changes that I want to make moving forward. But you'll see. And changes to the YouTube is what I'm talking about. You'll see. You will see. Thank you for kicking it with me today. I know this is probably a much longer video than normal, but I got a lot to say. And sometimes it get overwhelming when you have so much to say and you don't know which avenue to go, where to start. But we'll talk some other time. Love you. Bye.